morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Bees. It is Sunday, and we have so much to do today. We are going to start with our compost. I need to turn this so I can get to the stuff that's broken down so we can use that out in our raised beds to fill up some of those and in some of our pots to do some planting today. I also want to take you in when we're done here. I'm going to try a new recipe that I was inspired by Living Traditions Homestead. He was doing some smoked eggs. So I'm working on that process right now. It takes a while with all the different things you have to do. So in the meantime, before I show you that, I'm going to get this compost turned so that I can get to that good soil that's full of nutrients in the bottom of these barrels. So I need to start by taking the stuff that's not broken down yet and getting it out of the top so I can get to the stuff on the bottom. And then this stuff, when I put it back, will go on the bottom so that it can start breaking down. My compost is pretty dry right now. The stuff on top anyway. I just cleaned out the coop last night. I try to do that every 2 weeks. I'm doing layering, but I still don't like all of that in there. I just don't like it. And I don't think the girls should have to deal with it either. So I still go in there and clean it out. Okay, now we've got out 2.5 just out of this one barrel, 5-gallon buckets of this beautiful, just nice, rich compost. Now, in one of our other videos, we had trimmed down those laurels. I had those in these barrels drying. So I'm going to take this and put this in the barrels now to start breaking down. Now this is the stuff that needs a lot of breaking down. And I'm going to mix that with the stuff that is partially broken down in this barrel that's got the manure in it, which will help heat it up to burn down faster. And I'll just layer that. Hopefully by spring this will all be broken down and ready to go for filling the beds when we do our spring plantings. And in the meantime, I come out here and add my kitchen scraps. One more. Oh, you know what else we have to do today? I have basil that needs to be picked. Okay, I'm going to see if I can just lift this under there, save me some time. Get stuck on things. some trimming out front. Not sure if I'll get to that today. I have to get my planting done. That's my top priority. Okay, we need to water this down. Alright, we're just about done with this watering. Then I'm going to take you in and show you what we're doing with those eggs after I wash my hands. Okay, we're back inside. We've got our hands all washed. I've been busy with the eggs this morning already. I am trying the method that he does on Kevin on Living Traditions. I'm trying the method that he does for his eggs, which is he first soaked them for about 30 minutes in water before he even puts them on to boil. So I did that. I soaked them. I did them for 30 minutes. Then after you do that, you put them on to boil. He was doing his quail eggs at 11 minutes, and that's what I usually did my chicken eggs. So I thought, well, I'll do my chicken eggs for a couple minutes longer. So I did my chicken eggs at 13 minutes. And some of them started to crack open. So I think the 11 minutes is still good for doing your eggs. So this one I'll probably keep out. And then once they're done boiling, he ran them under some water to stop the cooking process. I did that. And then after that, he took them and he put them in ice water. And that's the step that we're at right now, is I've had these sitting in ice water for about 45 minutes. So they're nice and cold. And then the next thing that he did is he took them out of the ice water and he just put them back in the original pan that they were in. So with quail eggs, like he was doing, you know, he had about 110 eggs, and he had this cool little machine that you can use for quail eggs. If you have quail eggs, I would suggest checking that out. Again, it's Living Traditions Homestead, and they do a lot of amazing things on there. Sarah does she did do a lot of canning. She's going more to freeze drying now, but she has a lot of videos on canning and preserving, and very informative. Kevin does some stuff in the kitchen also, some snacks and things like that, and a lot of DIY projects out on the homestead that they have. So that's a great channel to check out. So we're going to dump this. And then the reason that, I don't even know if I should do this with my chicken eggs, but I'm going to try it. The reason he did that was because I got to find the right lid here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Found my lid. I forgot that my crock pot lid had broken, and this lid also works really good on my crock pot. So, okay. So he just takes it, he shakes them up. Okay. Be careful how well you do that, because, you know, you might have stuff just popping right out. And then you just go and peel your eggs. We're going to put them in this bowl. And they are peeling quite a bit better. These buff eggs tend to be very thick with their membranes, so the other thing that he did, and I forgot to try that, was when he was boiling his eggs for the first 5 minutes, he would stir them. For 5 minutes he set a timer, and he was stirring his eggs, and he said that that centers the yolk. So then you don't get your yolk coming close to the white when you're trying to peel your eggs. So this is going to take me a minute, and we'll come back as soon as I'm done. Okay, we got our eggs all peeled, and now we put them in a brine. I did 4 cups of water mixed with a 1/4 cup of kosher salt and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I have them in this bowl. If you have a gallon jar, it'd probably be better and easier if you were able to do that. But I don't, so I'm just using my glass dish. I'm going to take this, I'm going to set it in the refrigerator. We're going to leave it in the refrigerator for about 1.5 hours, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay. The next thing we need to do is prep our garlic. We're prepping our eggs. Now we're going to prep our garlic. We need to get these all cracked open. I already started with my first bulb. You don't need to peel them. Just get them all separated. And I'm just putting mine all together. Kelly, a dear friend, gave me some of her garlic. I had garlic last year and didn't get a chance to plant it, and I just went and looked at it because I held on to it thinking I could do it this season. Well, that doesn't work that way. It was all dried up. So thank you, Kelly. She gave me these beautiful bulbs of garlic. Look at that, which she had ordered. And we're going to crack them open. And we're going to put them all into this bucket. And then for each gallon of water I add to this bucket, I have to add 1 tablespoon of either seaweed or fish emulsion and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. The fish emulsion starts giving it fertilizer, and the baking soda helps to kill any kind of bacteria that might be on your garlic. So it's just extra precautionary. I'm not a big fan of the smell of fish emulsion when I got to put my hands in it, but if it's going to help me have great garlic, I'm all for it. All right, we've got all of our garlic ready to go in here. And Kelly was awesome. She even gave me some elephant garlic. I think when I go to plant this, I'll plant this in a different area so that it's not with the rest of it. I can tell it separately from the rest of them because these cloves are just huge. So this is what she gave me. She gave me some conventional Miteki garlic. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Organic elephant garlic and conventional California late white garlic. All the varieties that she got were soft neck, because soft neck varieties do best in Arizona. I would love to do hard neck, and I did do some hard neck last year, but the cloves turned out pretty small. But it's nice to be able to use the scapes that you get off the hard necks for different things. But the soft necks grow better in this area. So next we're going to go add some water to this and some fish emulsion and baking soda. Okay, so now we are going to take the baking soda. This is a teaspoon. I only have one thing that I use outside, so I'm using a teaspoon. But it's 1 tablespoon per gallon of water. That's 1. So 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. And you guys, it's not coming out right, so there we go. And then this is seaweed extract. My fish emulsion is in a big 5-gallon bucket, and I don't want to dump that in there. Okay, now we got that, and now we're going to just add some water. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for 8 to 24 hours. And then we can start planting our garlic. All right, you guys, we're back. And our eggs have been brining for actually 2 hours. After 1.5 hours, Tom went out and started the smoker. Now, when Kevin did it, he did it at 165 for his quail eggs, but ours only goes down to 185. So we're going to do it at 185. So we're going to take our brined eggs and we are just going to strain them out in this colander. And then I have got some grates here that we had bought quite a while ago, and I put some Pam on them. He has some mats, silicone mats that he used, but I don't have the silicone mats, so I'm going to use my grates, and we're just going to lay them out on these two grates and we're going to get them in the smoker. Okay, here we go. We did the two grates and they were too wide to both of them fit in there, so we put them all on one. So here we go. We have them at 185, and since they're a little bit bigger, we're doing them for 2 hours at 185. He did his at 165 for 2 hours. So 185 for a bigger egg should be okay for 2 hours. Okay, you guys, while our eggs are smoking, I am going to be out here. I was already out here working on our green stalk right here. Now, what's trimmed up there is all the stuff that I've been working on. On this side, the sun, when we took that shade cloth off, I should have left it on this side for a little bit longer, because that sun came through here and just, you can see where it burnt some of the plants here. And some of these are going to have to be cut way back. See, I got a new growth coming in down here, so I'm going to probably cut these all the way back because there's so much empty space in here. And on this one too, these are all pepper plants. This side here got hit the worst. And this was our ghost pepper that was doing amazing, and its fruit just got really small and dried up. Anyway, I've been filling this barrel with cleaning up the lemongrass plant, and then I cleaned out that green stalk. It had a lot of strawberries in it. I'll show you the other one and how good they're doing, not getting that full afternoon sun like this one gets hit with. But all of those strawberry plants that were in that one died. Catnip was all burnt up. So trimmed all the catnip back, took out all the strawberries. I only have a couple little strawberry plants left in here. And I'm having an issue when I go to turn this thing. It's catching these pepper plants right here, you can see. See how they're trying to pull along there? I'm going to have to devise something to keep that from turning like that. I need to put some wire in there or something. So anyway, we're going to fill this with some of our lettuces and stuff that need to come outside this afternoon. And then I'm going to have to put up a little shade cloth for probably a week to let these plants get adjusted to this side of the garden, because it's still, you know, we're still in the high 80s. I don't know if we'll be into any 90s again or not. It feels like it's in the 90s today, I tell you. Okay, and look at this. The roselle is coming along beautifully. We should be getting some, we're starting to get some flowers, and then they'll turn into the calyxes. Oh look, I think we have some right here. We have some of the calyxes right here that we can start pulling off. So that's fun. That's when the flower is done flowering, and then they form these. And then you can use these in jams, jellies, teas, all kinds of fun things. So I need to get busy taking care of that. But over here I was going to show you the other green stalk. Look at these strawberry plants in here. They are doing so much better. And again, still having that issue where when I go to turn it, other plants are trying to come along with it. So I need to work on that. We have some thyme in here that was able to make it. Look, we have some we got some strawberries. That's awesome. I didn't see those. So I'm going to be working on that so we can get some stuff planted. Okay, I figured out why I feel so hot. It's 97 degrees today. Good night. It is like mid-October. What is going on? Anyways, I wasn't able to turn my green stalks, and I need to be able to turn those green stalks if I'm going to have lettuce and stuff in there. So, I don't know if you can see twine. I took twine and made a barrier all the way down on here to keep those pepper plants pushed over on both sides. I did it on that side, and then I did it on this side also, on either side of the green stalk, so that now I can come in here. Well, it's easier to do on the other side, but I can turn it now without the plants coming along with me. So, got that done. Like I said, it's 97 degrees. So, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to sit, and I'm going to sit here for a minute, and I'm going to de-seed this okra. It's got all these little pockets in it. And then those seeds just fall out of those pockets. But you really have to open up all of the pockets to get to those seeds. Alright you guys, it's been 2 hours. Let's see how these eggs are looking. Oh my gosh. One of them popped open. Wow. I'm going to take them directly off of here out here, because when we were carrying this out earlier, they were trying to fall off the mat. So I'm going to put them on here right away. And our smoker does go down to 165. So we did cook these at 165 for 2 hours. We're going to let these cool off just a little bit, and then we'll do a taste test. Look at that. Oh, those look good. All right, everybody. We are finishing up the day. It is 5:25, and that's about what time? Well, I was up at about 4:30 this morning. So our eggs, they've had plenty of time to cool, and we're going to try one of these. Definitely has that smoky flavor. I get the salt. The outside's a little chewy. So, I think what I'll do next time is definitely going to make them again. Oh my gosh, so good. I can see taking these with me to work for a protein snack. Wow. But that outside is kind of chewy. So I think I'm going to bring down how long we cook it for. Instead of 2 hours, I think we'll try them at an hour and a half and see what that does. In the meantime, we were picking that basil. I have some steeping right here that's been steeping for probably about an hour. And I have the rest here. And I've got water going. I'm going to do this overnight like I did last time. But I am just craving some tea right now. So I'm just going to pull some of this tea out of here so I can have some tea. The color difference is way different than when we did it last time, so it definitely makes a lot of difference steeping it overnight. I'm trying not to get any of the basil in the actual tea. I don't want to be drinking tea leaves. I got my tea, and I have some crystallized honey. I'm just going to use a tablespoon of honey, dip it in here, and stir that around. And then I'm going to sit for the rest of the night and just enjoy some basil tea. We got a lot accomplished today. We tried the smoked eggs, which were a hit. We got the basil done. We've got some laundry that we did. We saved some okra seeds. I'm just going to harden off the plants this week because, like I said earlier, it was 97 degrees today and it's just way too hot for planting. So this week I'm just going to put them outside, let them harden off, and then next weekend I think we'll do the actual planting. We still got the green stalks cleaned out, and we got that twine pushing back those peppers so that I can turn those green stalks now. We got that done. And then what else did we do? Well, and then we're making our basil tea.
Peppers.
And Tom planted some peppers. And yesterday when I was at work, he planted that other tree. So that got done this weekend. Yeah, it has been a busy weekend and we got quite a bit accomplished. So thank you so much for hanging out again with us this weekend, and we will see you on the next video when we figure out what we're going to try next.